Francis, I can only imagine what was going through your head when you signed on to this. I'm sure you had expectations of what this process would be like. How would you say making this film was most different from what you expected it would be like?
God, they're sort of never like you expect them to be. I think anything going in, you have something in your head. I think one of the best things, and this is just, sort of the group making the movie, I mean, this is quite honestly one of the best groups of people that I've ever made a movie with. I mean, not just their talent, but also just to be around every day. So that was unexpected and really a blessing. And then I think that I'm just, I'm very pleased with the emotional scale of the movie, the way that the world has sort of come together and the way the world looks, and visiting different districts and seeing more of the capital. And I think the performances are fantastic, so it's more than I could have dreamed of.
Lenny, I want to ask you a question about your character, because I feel like one thing that you did so well in the first film, but also in movies like Precious, you're kind of bringing this incredibly calming presence to often insane worlds. Is that something that you like about playing this guy?
Yeah, I mean, Sinha is he's a real cool cat, and he's he definitely has a lot of interesting catness, and no, but as a friend, and as a as somebody who really believes in her and cares for her, and this movie was great. You'll see how they evolve until his very last scene.
One of the Facebook fans wanted to know from Jenna and Jeffrey what it was like to join this already tight group. Was it intimidating?
It sounds like it.
I mean, sure.
This is intimidating.
Yeah, this was what it was like on set every day. It would be really intense.
Well, I think what's exciting about, the reason that you make movies is for people to see them. You want people to come. And the work that was done previously at the books as well established, obviously, a huge, voracious appetite for these movies, and also expectations. So, yeah, that can be, you want to make sure that you match those expectations and surpass those expectations. And so there was such a high level that we were stepping into. It could be viewed as intimidating, but I think in fact it made it easier because there had been such work done. The groundwork had been laid, and we just had to step in and step up.
It was also just so surprising. It's like, opening a candy bar and getting a golden ticket, and you're just like, really? Like me and all of the kids in the universe? But also what was so much fun is that we were coming in as sort of the young blood, but there was kind of a lot of us. We actually kind of outnumbered them. So, particularly with Francis on our side is sort of this like new energy, and because Catching Fire is kind of, it's where the last film left off, everything is flipped on its head. I mean, all the rules are off. So it kind of also felt nice for all of us to be in something new and different together. But it was obviously, we had to be let in on a few inside jokes. That was the big initiation, I felt. I was like, wait, what's that you're doing?
Nobody pranked you?
Every day of my life.
Who's the worst?
Willow, of course.
Of course. Willow, who would you say on this table you look up to the most?
Oh my.
Kind of question.
Yeah, well, come on. What are you gonna do?
Oh, you're getting stink eye all over the place.
Stay together after this.
Probably Jen. Yeah, Jen. I mean, come on. Yeah.
Good answer. I want to know, Jennifer, I'm obsessed with the Oscars, and we did a lot of stuff with Silver Linings Playbook together. As you all didn't know, you're not only the winner of the Hunger Games, but you're the winner of Best Actress at the Academy Awards.
Never heard it that way.
It
sounds great. Yeah, I might actually really won the Hunger Games.
At any point did the Victory Tour feel like the Oscar season? Or did the Oscar season feel like the Hunger Games victory tour? I see some similarities.
Yeah, I mean, the stakes weren't as high, but yeah, that was something that I actually, in the first book, I was going through my first kind of round of Winter's Bone, a movie that I did when I was 18 and just come out. I should have come here. But yeah, it was kind of this new world of like wearing these dresses that I don't look like myself, I don't feel like myself, and I have to like say, well, I never really got a hold of that, so I won't even bring that up. But and listening to like hair and makeup people and like what they taught, like this new kind of world, and feeling like really not a part of it. And I recognized that hugely in the first book. I was like, I don't know how that feels. And then in the second book, it's kind of going back to it. Now you're familiar with it, and now it's in a weird way, almost like it's become a part of you, even though it's so unlike you. It's something you can go back to, and things like that are very familiar. And at times you are afraid for your life. Not really.
Now there were a lot of Twitter and Facebook questions that came in. My favorite is from someone named No Name Naily. And I want to ask Josh this question. Her question is, how hot are the kissing scenes going to be?
So hot. Super hot. So
Oh my God, we should have brought that clip with the snot.
We should have brought it to us now. We had one take.
I think it was more than one take.
We had one a couple
Yeah, there was a couple of takes, yeah.
Can we talk about that, Mr. Lawrence? Yeah. So we did this the scene. It's when I
I don't think we can say that.
Okay. I'll let you take the lead then.
There was a lot of slobber.
A lot of slobber.
It was a resuscitation. We can say resuscitation.
Yeah. When the resuscitation, there was a kiss, and then there was slobber, and
Well,
the
there was
slobber
CPR
strings got
and
connected to
crying.
their faces.
Yeah, and there's a huge string of snot.
So it will be very hot if you're into snot.
I'll put it on YouTube or something because you gotta see it. But there's all this snot coming out of my nose, and when I go to kiss
It's in
Doug,
my
it
mouth.
connects to his mouth, and then I lift it up, and there's a huge string of it, and then I go, and like I wobble it. Yeah, it's gonna be very hot.
Yeah. The kissing scenes are really hot.
Can we put this on the DVD extras?
Yeah. Deleted scenes, for sure.
There were also a lot of questions, and I just want to explain that one of the cast members, Sam Claflin, he's unfortunately filming overseas, which is the reason he's not here. But I read an interview he did with Entertainment Weekly where he said he's worried that audiences aren't going to perceive him as enough of a sex god. So I want to know from the panel, should he be worried or is he okay?
He is a sex guy. He's good.
I think it's fine.
Yeah, he's good.
Don't worry, Sam.
I love that Josh and Francis are the ones who answer that question.
I think he just needs glasses, and then he'll be fully there.
There you go.
All right, here's one more Facebook question before I open it up to you all here in the crowd. This is from, I love this Twitter handle, Everlark Hart. It's kind of like it's like Jennifer, but Everlark. Jennifer, from all the wardrobe that you had in this film, what was your favorite costume?
Well, my wedding dress was my favorite to look at. Wearing it was one of the hardest things I've ever done in my life. And you can tell, I think, in the movie. But
Why?
Well,
Was it tight or was it like...
it was huge. It was 5 feet in circumference. And I'm not good at walking in giant as we know.
You don't say
Walking period.
No. Yeah. It was just giant, and it was a little bit. It wasn't as uncomfortable as you would think, but I probably the wedding dress. Yeah, it was just gorgeous. It was like an honor to wear it in a weird way, and I loved it because it was understated. That's sarcasm.
It was.
All right, I want to know what you all want to know.
Thank you.
That could be a problem. It's got a question.
You're a very secure woman.
Hello, how are you?
Good. I'm really nervous.
Don't be
Sorry.
nervous.
I just really wanted to thank you all for the Hunger Games in general because it's like the best book ever, and I'm just so excited. Oh my God. I don't know, and it's just like I'm sorry. Just thank you very much for
everything. And my question is for Jennifer, and I'm here, and I'm just gonna take the chance. And I love you very, very much. And can I have your name?
Can I have what? Am I wearing? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Can you also do a paper airplane? He's really good at paper airplanes.
I'm offended for you. Yes.
And my real question, that was another stuff. And what was like to find out that you were actually on the Hunger Games movie? I love you.
Thank you. I love you too. It was really exciting, and but it was overwhelming and scary as well, because it was one of my favorite characters, I think, that I've ever read, and such an exciting story that I wanted to be a part of so badly, and I just loved everything that the Hunger Games were about, and I loved the books, and but it was also really scary because it's huge. And I had a kind of a different life plan in mind that was a little bit smaller. So it was a mix of really of excitement and a little and fear. But now it's just excitement.
Thank you for the question. Hello.
Hi. I loved you in the Silver Linings Playbook, Jennifer.
Thank you.
You were allowed to see that movie? How old are you?
13.
Wow.
Crazy.
Yeah. And this question is for you. I know the first installment looked very physically demanding. What sort of training did you do to prepare for this movie, and what was the hardest stunt?
I had a lot of archery training, and yes, and I had to have just running training because I'm not a very good runner. I run weird, so I had lots of just running training. Do you remember when I hit myself in the face with my bow so hard that I flew myself back? It's just sorry, that was just popped into my mind. But running, and then there's something called free running, which is kind of parkour, which obviously I didn't become like an expert at, but they helped me just be able to, kind of be able to jump over things and do different kind of, like front rolls and things like that. The hardest stunt is probably still just basic running. There's so much running in the movie, and like if there's a scene where I'm like running up a mountain, I'm like running up that mountain all day, and trying not to hit myself in the face with my bow are my two greatest challenges.